This episode is sponsored by NOMA, No More Abuse, founded by Coach D. NOMA is a supportive community dedicated to helping women heal and rebuild their lives after experiencing abuse. With a focus on faith, empowerment, and trauma-informed support, NOMA provides resources and encouragement to help women move forward with strength and purpose. Because as Coach D reminds us, there is healing on the other side of trauma. For more information, please go to nomoreabusenoma.com for more information. Now back to the show.
Virtuous woman, she's worth more than gold. She doesn't.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Becoming the Proverbs 31 Woman podcast. My name is Chioma Kehinde, also known as Special Agent Chi, and on today's show we have Kendra Wright, who is a founder of Flowwright AI, a revenue system company that installs AI-powered infrastructure to ensure no lead gets left behind. She helps growth stage businesses build human-centered intake and follow-up systems that combine CRM automations, AI-assisted messaging, and voice AI agents to protect the customer experience while scaling sustainably. In addition to her business, she has a nonprofit called Rising from the Silence, a nonprofit birthed by her personal story from loss and resilience. Her journey bridges faith, healing, AI systems, and entrepreneurship with diligence and trust. So welcome to the show, Kendra. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. I'm happy to be here and I'm excited about this conversation we're going to have today.
Yes, thank you so much, Kendra, for coming on the show. Really appreciate it, and it's an honor to have you. So how would you describe in one sentence what you do?
Basically, I go into businesses and I find where revenue can be recovered. And if it's through email communication, digital products, finding the leaks and repairing that is my key thing of my service that I do.
Oh, okay, that's good. So when did you first sense this calling to this type of work?
So before jumping into my AI journey, I was a director of finance at Colin Powell School. He has a school at the City College of New York. And so as being a director of finance there, most of my days were putting out fires and answering emails
Oh,
constantly
wow.
from from the beginning I got there to the end of my workday. And so it's me answering things that were coming into my emails, intakes, making sure that they were acknowledged, followed up, and resolved. And then that was like consistently all day long. And so I really didn't have the ability to think on a strategic level like I would like to. And so, when becoming in the AI world, I found that that's one of the things that if I could have had some type of system in place, being able to automate some components of it, but still keeping that human touch, then I think that I could have been able to think more strategically and then allow my team to also think much more strategically instead of just being head down in emails, answering them all day long. Because, AI is moving at accelerating paces and a lot of tools are coming out, but the human intention, that's kind of fixed in a way, and that can get lost in being able to keep account of everything.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. And it's so funny, like when you start seeing like stuff you've done in the past and how things can just change. Because one thing I mentioned is I had a cleaning business and I just see like with that cleaning business, because it's a closed business now, but I was just like, man, with that cleaning business, if I had like the, voice agent to help me in answering the calls, I would have been burnt out in that business. So
Right.
you just start to see things in your past of just how AI could have, saved you so much on everything. So how do you balance it all? Like, in terms of with the business, your faith, the working, like how do you balance everything all around you? Just, because I know you have additional stuff with the business and then you have your nonprofit too as
Yeah.
well. How do you balance all that?
Um, you know, I'm Life kind of will set up different things in your life for them all to kind of come together in alignment if you pay attention to everything that's happening around you and in you. And so prior to like me joining in the AI, my AI journey, I had been doing a lot of self work and a lot of self awareness work. And that was a lot of me sitting still, getting silent, and always making sure I take that time for myself during my day of like finding a place of quietness and just sitting still and abiding in my heart. And so now with me being in AI and building up my businesses, me spending that time of stillness and really getting quiet, I now can know those moments where I need to sit still and, walk away from work and be to myself to kind of get myself centered at a place where I can go back and put that energy back into my businesses and back into my relationships. So I just think that everything right now is still, things are aligning and they're all falling in one path. It's like a an AI journey aligning with human intelligence that we talk about AI plus human intelligence. And so all of it's aligning right now. I still navigate it on a day-to-day basis because every day isn't the same. But having that time of really sitting still, going on that self-awareness journey has played a tremendous part of me being able to, balance myself in the different areas that I want to put my time into.
Wow, wow, that's amazing. That's true. So what season would you say you're in currently in your business?
The season I would say is I am in I'm in infrastructure phase. I'm building the backbone of everything.
Okay.
And the infrastructure, I always feel like the infrastructure of anything is very important because whatever type of foundation you lay down with your home, with your relationships, if it has a good solid foundation, and one of the important parts is really, making sure you have that solid foundation of keeping, your spiritual practices in place or whatever religion you follow. Having that as one of the components of my foundation is important. But just in that place of building, I want to make sure that I don't move slow, but I don't move fast. And that I'm making sure that I'm answering all the correct questions that I need to be asking myself so I can build a good foundation that can last for a lifetime.
Yes, yes, and definitely that's the Bible says if the foundation be faulty, can the people stand? I mean, in anything, whether it be in relationship or business, if that foundation is not good, you're absolutely right. It's not gonna stand. If you build on sand, it's gonna crumble.
Right.
So that is such an important is like the structure. It's
Yes.
really important. So when people work with you, what transformation do they experience after working with you?
One of the things of wanting when people work with me, I always want to make sure I'm giving them a good customer experience. If that's providing them clarity, if that's providing them, a calmness, being comfortable, one of the things is reducing that overwhelmness. So whenever I always think about like if I was that person working with me and kind of stepping outside of myself, what is it that I would want from me? And this still goes back to that whole self-awareness. I feel like if you spend a lot of time with yourself, you can understand what the next person would want and need to, because it's like you understand yourself from a human perspective. So I think of it like, hey, what would this person want? I know people want to be feeling like they're heard, they want to feel comfortable, they want clarity, and they want to leave there feeling like, okay, I put this in her hands and I know she's going to deliver and she's going to be reliable and that the job is going to get done. So I just like those components to make sure that whoever I'm working with, that they feel those things because that's what I would want to feel if I was working with someone.
Yeah, that's good. It's like treat them like how you want to be treated. I mean, in
Right.
terms of that, that is so true. So with your business, can you talk a little bit more about the businesses or the services that you offer with your business?
Yeah, so with Flowwright AI, basically we're going in and we're figuring out what is your real problem. And we don't want to tackle all problems at one time. We want to find out what is that one problem that is really affecting your revenue and related to your communications. Again, if that's being through email or that's through digital products. once we identify that one problem that's going to give us the momentum that we need and a high impact, we're going to go in and we're going to develop a system that is not going to be complicated for you to understand, a system that's going to be reliable, a system that you can see, hey, this is the beginning of it, but I can't see the end point of it. And then we're going to use AI and build a structure around everything. So, again, to release that overwhelmness, to bring that clarity, and to make sure that you know that everything is in good hands.
Yeah. So are they specific? Like, do you have like a niche of customers that you service?
Right now, I don't have a niche of customers I serve because my main thing is revenue recovery AI. And I
Okay.
think with all businesses and industries, everyone is trying to recover where those places in their communications that they can recover revenue. Because a lot of times we can sit through email communications or digital communications or productions, and sometimes the naked eye or the human eye can't see, hey, this communication could lead to this particular deal, or this communication, I can see that, hey, 15,000 I could get out of this particular situation by working with this client. So the systems that I'm building, it's going in and it's making sure to identify what the human eye can't see and being able to recover that revenue. And that revenue will be something good that can make the company expand in different areas that they see forth.
Man, you just said something. Say that again. You said how they can recover. You said 15,000. Is that what
Yeah.
you said? Say that one more time so that the people can hear. You said 15,000. Like that,
Yeah.
like in
15,000.
in terms of like saving for them to
Right.
recover.
Yeah. And
That's
then like
amazing.
right. And because sometimes you just can't really see it because it's crazy. Just understanding human communication. You know, many of us come from different parts of the world and different areas, and the way we communicate with one another may be different from what you may have been used to or, been around. And the systems that I'm building is understanding that human communication by doing a lot of beta and seeing like, hey, if they're saying this, that may mean, hey, this where I can increase my revenue on this deal or save costs in some other capacity. So that human communication is very important. And I think AI can't take that away because I think that's a gift between like all humans, the way we communicate with one another.
Yes, yes, that's true. No, you're absolutely right with like communication because I'm originally from Nigeria. I came to the States when I was what, 13?
Hmm.
And just certain things, like certain terms you may use, the certain ways you may, say things. It's definitely because I'll give you an example of so my maiden name used to have a Z, like a Z in it. But
Okay.
like when I grew up in Nigeria, we call it Z. Like we say the alphabet. Instead of saying Z, we say Z.
Okay.
So when I would, just say Z, they were like, what is Z? Like Z, Z, and I'm writing the alphabet Z. And they're like, what is that? So that communication, just cultural differences. Like I'll give you an example was the trash can. You would call like a trash can. We will call it like a dustbin, will be how you would say it. So it's just different, like in understanding, certain things in terms of that is definitely very, very, very and important. So do you have like any offers that you have currently with your business that's going on for the audience?
Right now, with my offers is just really, I don't have one key. Well, my one offer is recovery revenue. That's the main offer that I am pushing out to all leads and people who have businesses or entrepreneurs. If you're thinking that in your communications, again, either it's email or digital, where you feel like there are leaks and that you can recover revenue in the sense of making more money or finding ways where you can reduce your costs and other expenses. That is what I'm coming in to do with people's business and using AI. Again, it's keeping this human centered component there, not losing that because, again, AI plus HI, human intelligence, is very important. So, recovery revenue, AI is the main offer that I am pushing out to all businesses, entrepreneurs. And again, it's not to one area or one industry because I feel like all businesses and entrepreneurs need ways to recover revenue.
Right. So with that recovery, is it like a thing online that they can go take, or they have to like book that with you to do?
Yeah,
Or
so
the-
the first step is just booking a discovery call, and that can be done through my website, which is www.flowwrightai.com. And so we'll set up having a discovery call, and then that's when we'll go through and kind of just get an understanding, have a conversation, see what's going on. What is that? Identify what is that one real problem in the way that communication is delivered to your business and how you get your leads in to be able to generate revenue. And then from there, we'll set up times and set up a meeting to understand how we can build the system out for you.
Oh, nice. Wow, that's a good workflow. So what so you just said your website. So where can people find you to work with you? Are you on any social media channels
Yes,
or
I
anything?
am on social media, and that's something that I'm continuously still working on building up those posts. But I do have a LinkedIn page. It's my name, Kendra Wright. That's Kendra, and then Wright, Wright. And then I do have a IG handle. It's my first name, Kendra underscore T underscore Wright. So that's Kendra underscore T underscore Wright.
Okay, and we'll have all this in the show notes, of the episode, so that
Okay.
way they can find you and book you. And then did you mention that you had a book?
I don't have a book. The only
Okay,
other business that
okay,
but that's something in the works.
okay.
The only other area that I do have is a nonprofit that you mentioned earlier is Rising
Yes,
from the
okay,
Silence. Yeah.
okay, okay. All
Mhm.
right, all right. Well, so before, is there anything else you'd like to mention about your business?
Um, Come and check out Flowwright AI. Flowwright, I'm a very, I understand human communication. I understand human, just the concept of being a human. And again, like with us being in this AI world, that's something that I don't think that we should lose. I think that's something that we should strengthen up during this journey. And again, adding it with AI to make it be a beautiful journey. Flowwright AI is all about calmness, all about clarity, reducing overwhelm. And the key component that I want to mention is revenue recovery AI. I think we all want to find where can we recover and gain more revenue, and then finding the revenue where we can put into other areas of our business. So that's the main offer for Flowwright AI right now is that revenue recovery AI. And so if you have any revenue that you want to recover, please come and talk to Flowwright AI and our team will be happy to help you.
Awesome, awesome. Appreciate that. So right before we wrap up this episode, I always ask each and every one of my guests. This is the Becoming the Proverbs 31 Woman podcast, and we always ask, what's a quality of a Proverbs 31 woman do you best identify with?
I know I mentioned deliverance,
Diligence, I think was the
diligence,
yes.
and I I don't know. At that moment I felt deliverance or diligence.
Mhm.
Now I just feel open. That's my word. Open to new possibilities, open to new relationships, open to new opportunities. And I think we have to keep an open mind currently right now in the state of what's happening in our country and around the world. So many ups and so many downs and so many things that people just don't feel comfortable or certain about. But if we keep an open mind, and I think that allow us to bring each other together, even in AI, even in our country, even in other means, is the most important thing. And just staying open to knowing that new possibilities can come, new beginnings can come out of things, and that, there's a better road ahead.
Yeah, yeah, and just in terms of that, it's just like, should I say, one quality I guess would be that is like kind of seeing ahead, is like she planned for it. She wasn't worried, so she was prepared,
Mhm.
I feel like for that future. So that way she wasn't worried, regardless of what was, going on. It's just people are prepared just regardless, like you said, maybe going on in the country, we just know like, hey, we know, especially just staying rooted in just God and just knowing that, rooted in Him, especially just during these times too, is
Right.
amazing.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes. Well, thank you so much, Kendra. Honestly, I had you. It was an honor to have you on this show. Really appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Really appreciate you being on
Thank
the
you. Thank
show.
you. for
Okay.
having me here. I really
Yeah.
appreciate it and I enjoyed my time. Thank
Oh,
you.
yes, awesome. Awesome. Thanks. Thanks. So folks, if you like content like this, please share, like, and subscribe so that we can, push this in the algorithm so that way we can, have this more to everybody. So please like, share, and subscribe if you like episodes like this in this episode. And that's another wrap for the Becoming the Proverbs 31 Woman podcast. I'm your host, Chioma Kehinde, and everyone have a blessed day. See you. Bye.
Bye.